morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Okay, now, seems to me I said this before. My goal for today is to get the rest of these little pieces cleaned up and get them mounted on painting sticks and maybe get some painting done. No news this morning. We are at 4.7 degrees Celsius. That's not very warm. I was out a few minutes ago talking to my neighbor, and he was saying that he might have to shorten the dog leash because Missy has been getting herself up into the berm, and there's wood ticks up there, and she's picking up wood ticks. She's dragging them into the house. Yeah, so that's not a good thing. So in other words, what's going to happen is that Missy the dog is not going to be coming into my house. So we were trying to work something out here. You know, what do we do? Because people like to see her. I like to see her. She likes to see me. She likes to get her treat. I've got one here in my pocket ready for her. Yeah, you know, I got to keep cleaning my pockets out every so often because you get cookie crumbs in them. Anyway, let's continue on here. It's kind of rainy type weather right now, although the streets are dry at the moment. May not be getting out on my e-bike this afternoon because I think they said something about rain was for sure, that kind of thing. Yesterday I had a really nice, interesting ride. Some of you may have seen it. Got to go to the cemetery where my grandparents are buried. That was kind of interesting. Hadn't been there for years and years and years. Yeah, I don't know why. Let's get going here. I think I'm just going to push stop, and I'm going to clean up the rest of these. I do believe there's about a dozen little pieces left to go here. It shouldn't take very long. Then I'll probably use CA glue again to glue them onto this. Anyway, enough talk. Let's just do something here and make a little bit of progress on our boat. I was going to say ship, but they call these submarines boats. So okay, I did used to know the reasoning behind that. You know why they call it a boat and not a ship, but. Something to do with a ship will ship stuff, whereas a boat won't. Okay. Yeah, let's just get at it here, and we'll see you back when I've got these done. Okay, all our parts are cleaned up now. And before we can actually start putting them on painting sticks here, I'm noticing that I should maybe continue assembling the mini modules. For instance, this one requires a wheel stuck on it, and so does this one. And this one here, we already glued this part together, but it's got to have a couple of more pieces put on it. It's got wheel N32, and at first I was thinking, well, N32, and I was getting them mixed up with the Z 32s. Well, the Z32s have a little pin on the shaft, and the N32 is different, which you will see when we zoom in. Then this part here, down here, you can see. I'm wondering, are we supposed to glue this in place now, or is it supposed to remain loose? It almost looks like it's supposed to be glued in place. Oh, I see. This is not a tight fit. Okay, you can see there's a slot there. And this one here is... Okay, there's a little flat side right there, so it doesn't show it on here, but it must have something to do with the way this goes into place here somewhere. Yeah, you can see the hole there. Now this is actually the first time I'm trying. It's not like I already knew this and I'm pretending that I'm, oh, here, I just discovered this now type thing. it goes, yeah, it locks into place like that. Then we have to make sure then that we get this one here. This is not perfectly symmetrical, so it would be, it looks like from the way the peg on the bottom is, it's not keyed, so it would be possible to accidentally get it wrong. Anyway, we'll worry about that when we get to it. Let's continue on here, and we'll finish assembling this part, and then we'll do these other two, and then we'll worry about this later. This is a Z32, but we need an N32, and you can see there's quite a bit of difference, not only in size, but the fact that this one has a hole right here, whereas this one has a shaft right here. Okay, and our N32 goes on this little part that I'm holding on to, and then the other end of it is going to plug in somewhere right there. Yeah, and this piece here, it gets where is it? I saw it a moment ago. Yeah, it just goes right in here like so. A little difficult to try and do on camera, but I think we'll just we'll get it eventually. Okay, it goes like this. Fingers just don't want to work this morning. I'm just going to go ahead and do this off camera. And today is garbage day in Winnipeg.
Two mallards in the backyard.
Oh, really?
When I left you this morning, a little red fox was trotting down the gully.
Really?
Yeah.
Last year I saw a couple of mallards swimming in the gully. Had a lot of rain or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just so excited here. Okay, I got it for you. Don't worry, I got it for you. There you go. So this is the new MO mode of operation here.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and walk her to the park. It'll be good for her and good for me, and it'll kind of allow us to be tick free.
Yeah.
But it doesn't be good. I can put her on the leash if she could go almost to the long grass.
So is there a couple of ducks back there, Missy? Is that what it is? Huh? A couple of ducks? Okay, glue's not quite dry yet, but we got this put together now. Now for this piece here, we've got to get that Z32 in here like this, and it just drops right in. I think I can probably get away with just using the quick setting. At least that's the plan. Okay, you can see how this is keyed here. And it's supposed to go in like this. And then this part here, it can go in, it can actually be glued in wrong. Maybe I'd be better off picking it up with my fingers. You notice it's not the same on both sides. And it appears that if I go by the manual, that this has to go in, and it would be, see if we can get it to lock into that slot. Well, that's the wrong way. Must go this way. Okay, I was 90 degrees off. Doesn't want to go into it. I might have to do this one off camera too. Anyway, it's got to go in that orientation, only of course straighter. But what I was getting at is, would it be easier to maybe paint these parts separately and then glue them together? Or no, I should be able to get the paint down inside there, although I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm going to paint these two pieces separately. So these two parts, even though they do go together, I'm going to paint them first, and then. Okay, I'm beating this to death. Now, one of two things here. Either we have to kind of mount these at a bit of an angle, or because of the slide molding process, the hole is not quite straight. Oh, don't bump it out of the field of view now, Ron. Now, is that supposed to maybe go at a bit of an angle like that because the hole is at an angle? Oops. Having trouble with this one. There we go. Well, I'm going to put it at an angle, although I don't think that kind of makes sense. Normally a valve like this would be at 90 degrees to the pipe. So I think it's a slide molding issue here, and I'm going to put these straight. Like that. I think that'll look okay. Want to make sure I get them painted the right color. They're either going to be red or they're going to be green. Okay, let's just quit poking at it. As near as I can tell here, all of the parts that require some sort of, I guess you call it sub-assembly, are done. Okay, they're all mounted, ready for Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll paint those that have little wheels on them. I'll paint those whatever color they have to be afterwards. I think I've got them mounted about as good as I can here. Now, I was outside a little while ago and I was putting my mailbox back on the side of the house. When I was out there, it was kind of drizzly. I was thinking, you know, probably won't get out on the e-bike, but I'm ready, just in case it gets nice later this afternoon, get out for a quick ride. I shot off an email to Bill Cycle and I said, tomorrow is supposed to be sunny, and then I punctuated it with a big happy face. See what happens. Anyway, I'm going to call it quits. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I get a coffee visitor, and he's coming over at 3:30 this afternoon, so yeah, it's a little over an hour, so I got to get today's episode all wound up and uploaded onto YouTube. You've heard that story before, right? Well, we've had, I would say, a kind of successful day here at the model table. We made progress. It's sure going slow, isn't it? It's sure going slow. But you know, I'm having a good time. I've said that before too. And I really am. I'm having a good time here. If I wasn't having a good time, I would not be doing this, I can tell you. Anyway, I'm going to call it quits. Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're going to see you tomorrow.